Okay, this is going to be our third video for geometry, and this is rotations. This might be a little bit different than what you have seen in the past. So we've got our object here, and it's the idea of being able to kind of rotate it or twist it around a point. Notice that you have to have a lot more information for this one. You have to have the shape, but in addition to that, you have to have a point of rotation, a degree of rotation, and a direction of rotation. So you have to know a lot more things. So I've got one down here at the bottom. I'm going to kind of put it on the next page so we can fit the whole thing on there. But we're going to take this triangle and we're going to rotate it clockwise. So we're going to basically spin it towards the right. And then we're going to go 90 degrees about the origin. So normally what I would say is you kind of stick your pencil in at the origin where you're going to be spinning. And instead of using patty paper, I'm actually just going to spin my paper. So I'm going to rotate my paper 90 degrees clockwise. So if you take a look further down the page, I've gone ahead and taken my graph and I actually rotated it 90 degrees clockwise. You'll notice that it still looks like the x-axis and the y-axis, but they're just oriented a different way. Now using the graph at the bottom, I'm going to go ahead and write down the points that I actually see, and I'm going to identify them off to the side. So for point C, since that's the first one that I see, I'm going to go ahead and write down that it is 1, 3. So again, I'm looking at this bottom axis and I'm identifying those points. B is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 3. And then I'm going to go ahead and do A last. So it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So this is going to be 8, 7. So I went ahead and I turned my paper and I wrote down all of the points. Now I go back to my original, so kind of reorient your paper the way that it was. And I'm going to take all of these points that I wrote down and I'm now going to identify those as C prime, B prime, and A prime. And I'm going to plot those points on my original picture. So after I've turned my paper back where it belongs. So C is going to be at 1, 3. I'm going to call that C prime. And then I'm at 6, 3. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 3. There's my B prime. And then my last one is at 8, 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 7. And there's my A prime. I'm going to go ahead and connect my dots. And there's my new shape after it's been rotated 90 degrees clockwise about the origin. And that's our final video for this section.